In this video, I want to talk about fast-tracking problem solving. So given that problem solving is a big area, believe it or not, there's a whole process, there's books written on it, I like to boil it down to just a few points. Something that I can rely on being adept and thinking about the issues on the fly, but at the same time apply a repeatable process. So before we do that, we need to set the context of what the problem statement is. And the more we refine that, essentially narrow it down, the easier it is. Very simply, we need to be able to say the problem statement in a sentence. It needs to be about one point, and it needs to be readily understood by the people in which we want to solve the problem with. That's setting the context. Doing that well and doing that repeatably will help you with your problem solving approach. Now there's three techniques that are important. The first one is once you understand what that problem statement is, what you're trying to solve, you only bring facts to the table. The baseline to any solution is strong evidence. The second tip is how do you validate that evidence? So how do you essentially apply the evidence, put that into a linear line, and essentially go and validate that with whatever the problem is. It's either with benchmarks in the industry, it's with experts, it's with customers, it's with the financial institutions, it's with your own team. There are many different validation methods, but the idea is to say, here's the problem, what are the facts? And then how do you substantiate or validate that they're correct? The third point is trial. So now we say, okay, what are the facts? We understand what the issue is. We understand what the baseline is. We've been able to validate that that is the problem. Now we go about trialing it or implementing it. Life, almost everything, is about repeatability, and it's about taking a journey. All processes live on. People think they die. No, if they die, they've just refined or morphed into something else. Everything in life, whether it be processes, actions, industries, companies, everything changes. So it's all about implementing that next step to making it better. People call that iteration. I call that trialing. So just go and put into action what's not worked before. Then we go back to validating it again. So very simple. Set the context for what the problem statement is. Refine it, narrow it. It should be one sentence. Once you've understood that, it should be readily understood by everyone. Then you've got three tips. Focus on the foundation. What do we know? What are the facts that we're bringing to solving the problem? How do we validate that we've actually solved the problem with these facts? There is a middle layer here, and that's that you have to make assumptions where facts don't exist. And that's where this validation layer with whoever there is, the counterparties that we talked about, can help you. And then we have to implement that and then validate it again to make sure it's right. So that would be an approach I'd take to fast-tracking problems. The more you can commit this to your mind and memory, the easier it is to repeat because you'll be doing it every single day as an entrepreneur. I hope you found this video interesting. Thanks for watching.